What is up, my wholesome lifers? Welcome back. My name is Kira if you're new here, and today we are making a recipe from Sarah's Vegan Kitchen. I've been following her on YouTube for a little while now, and I just love how wholesome her recipes are. She always makes everything from scratch, and I just find that so inspiring. I think I'm getting into this phase where I really just want to make my own bread from scratch. I want to try making seitan from scratch, and why not film it for you guys, because I've never really made bread before. So I've made bagels twice now. I don't think I've ever made bread. So this will be my first time making bread, and we're gonna be making a super special kind. We're gonna be doing a pull-apart garlic bread. So I've been seeing this on her videos, I've been seeing it on her Instagram, and it just looks so good. I'm so excited to try it. Anyways, I'm excited. Let's give it a try. Let's go. First thing you're gonna do is take a large mixing bowl, then combine 3/4 cups of plain unsweetened soy milk, or you can use any other type of plant milk. Then 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons of lukewarm water, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast, or if you have the packets, just 1 packet. Then 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm doing coconut sugar, but you can use any kind you'd like. Then you're gonna wait about 5 minutes until you see this little bit of foam on top. Then you're gonna add in your olive oil. I'm actually doing coconut oil, so you're gonna do 3 tablespoons of your oil of choice. Then you're also going to add in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary or basil or Italian seasoning, or really anything you want. And now you're gonna add in your flour. It's calling for 3 1/4 cups of bread flour. Now, I didn't have any bread flour, so I'm just using my regular whole wheat flour, which honestly turned out just perfectly, so don't worry if you don't have bread flour. Then you're gonna add in just 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. Then you're gonna combine that all together, mix until you have this nice big dough ball. It should look something like this. Then you're gonna knead that for about 5 to 10 minutes on a floured surface. So just put a little bit of flour onto your counter, and then take your dough, and then just knead it till it becomes this nice soft ball that's I guess kind of elasticy, she explains it as, but yeah, you'll be able to tell it should look like this nice ball. If it's too wet or sticky or hard to work with, you can add more flour onto the surface, but try not to add too much flour. Now you're gonna get your mixing bowl, add in a little bit more of your oil, and then just coat the ball in the oil, kind of turn it around in the bowl a little bit. Then you're gonna cover it with a damp kitchen towel and let that rise for about 1 hour, or until the dough is doubled in size. If your kitchen is really cold, it might take a little bit more time, or if it's really warm, then it might take less time. Now we're going to put together our filling. So this is the garlic herb butter filling. Now, I don't actually have vegan butter. I don't really usually buy it or use it, so we're just gonna stick with our coconut oil here. So you're gonna do 5 tablespoons of either vegan butter or oil, then 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh rosemary, or really any herbs. I ended up doing fresh parsley. Then you're gonna do another couple tablespoons of really any other herb you like. You can do basil or really anything. I did basil. Then you can do 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, or you can do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder like I did, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then optionally you could add in some vegan shredded cheese. I actually made some vegan mozzarella, so I'm gonna put it in, but I'm gonna put it in after because it's this really nice stretchy gooey mozzarella, so I thought that it would be just pretty easy to put on the dough itself after. Okay, now our dough ball is doubled, and you're gonna roll it out onto your surface into a nice big square. I don't actually have a rolling pin, so I'm using this thermos. I tried to find really anything cylinder in my kitchen. So if you also don't have a rolling pin, don't let it stop you from making bread because, you know, it still kind of worked out. Spoiler alert, it didn't, but I did change it for something a little bit better. So instead I changed it for this peanut butter fit jar, which I am actually currently storing my rice in. It worked much better than the thermos because it didn't have a handle, so I could actually like roll it all the way. But yeah, basically just roll until your dough is like pretty even on all sides. You want it to be like a large square. You really want like the top and the bottom to be the same length because otherwise your loaf is going to be oddly shaped. Now you're going to spread your nice garlic butter herb filling into the middle of your dough. And if you want, you can also add your cheese here as well. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, definitely go hit that like button and comment the word below garlic, just so I know who's watching, who's still engaged. I love to connect with my audience who's here, and yeah, just let me know if you're still watching. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe because I'm uploading a new vegan video every single week. So this was the vegan mozzarella I made. As you can see, it's super like gooey and stretchy, and it was so easy. It only took 5 minutes. So if you want, yeah, definitely let me know below if you're curious for this recipe. I did film it, but I don't know if I should post it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want to know this recipe. Now the next step, you're gonna cut it into 12 pieces. So I usually like to start cutting anything really just by cutting it in half and then half again, and then cut that in half and half. And it did actually work out to 12 pieces, so that was perfect. Now mine did end up being, the end pieces were a little bit smaller, but honestly it didn't really make a difference. It worked out pretty perfectly. Now you just want to grease your loaf tin because you're going to stack all the pieces in there afterwards. So first I'm going to stack them onto each other. So just literally take each piece and put it on top of one another and keep doing this for all 12 pieces. Since my middle ones were bigger, I ended up kind of like changing the order of how I'm gonna stack it. So I'm gonna keep like the bigger ones on the bottom just because I didn't want it to be like all lopsided and have the ends like get too crispy in the oven. So if yours are like mine, I definitely would recommend doing that because it turned out super well. And I was actually worried that it wouldn't fit in the loaf tin. I wasn't sure exactly how it was gonna fit, but I did it sideways like this and it was actually perfect. Now you're going to cover that again and you're gonna let it rise for another 30 to 45 minutes until it becomes slightly puffy. You don't want it to rise too much that it would double in size. Now in my air fryer, it's gonna take a lot less time to cook. Usually things take like half the time. So she recommends 30 to 40 minutes on 350 and mine only took about 20. So this is what it looks like after. Really nice and crispy on the top. It looks so good. And now I'm so excited to taste it. We're gonna let it cool down for about 10 minutes first, and then we're gonna taste it for you guys. Okay, I'm so excited to try it. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, wow, that is 10 out of 10. So good. Thank you so much, Sarah, for this recipe. We'll see you guys in the next video.